Okay, so I'm here for our Woman Full of Soul moment of today for the podcast and everything else. And it's going to be really, really, really short. I'm just here to remind you today to take a break if you feel too stressed out or like you don't know which direction to turn in, or you are not clear on what's being asked of you, or if everything feels stuck. It is just a moment for you to breathe in and take a break, to refill yourself, to listen, and to be present to the Holy Spirit and the way the Holy Spirit is leading you. But it's not just that, it's for you to actually physically rest and take a break so that you can be refilled to give of yourself in whatever the next step is that God is asking you to take and do. So I was more clearly reminded of this. I've had many issues come up throughout this past week. I was more deeply reminded of this today, no matter how much I tried, to even get to my own children, right? There was a moment where it was clear God's like, you just need to transition and give yourself a break right now. You just need to give yourself a break right now and let me step in. And I will do whatever it is. I will do it. Because that is God and the type of God that we have. God is the one who empowers us. God is the one who brings us forward. God is the one who sets the things in place. It's not us. I've made that clear multiple times throughout this time as I've given the multiple, whatever you want to call it, the multiple pieces of advice, information, wisdom, whatever you want to say. It comes down to the fact that God steps in every time. Every time. But it's a lot better and a lot more glorious when you step aside to let God step in. So when you feel the urge, like the serious urge, like you don't know what to do, and everything is upsetting to you, or everything is causing you to have a trigger reaction, or everything is causing you to go into a spiral of negativity, or I don't know what, because there's so many millions of scenarios and things. If that is the case, then it is a sign for you to let God step in. You step back and refill yourself. Take some downtime for you. It's so important. If you don't take the downtime for you, you can't be who you are called to be for everyone else. It is clear, crystal clear that is the case. It's crystal clear in my own case, okay? If I do not take downtime for myself, if I do not stop pressing go the whole time, I will not be here. I will die. For real. You have to stop pressing go at some point. At some point, you actually have to take time to stop and just be. And just be. Because that is where the grace comes from. That is where God steps in. Grace is God stepping in. Grace is God taking over. Grace is God walking in while you are standing there in wonder. That is grace. Let yourself experience that grace this weekend. Let yourself experience that this week when you have a moment, because I know many people are working this weekend, whatever, this week, whatever time frame you're on right now. Let God step in When you feel you need a downtime, you take it. Take it. Let God step in and open the doors for you. God never asks you to open the doors yourself. God doesn't. That's not it. Okay? God opens the doors for you. Even in the moments when you doubt, even in the moments when you're confused, even when you cannot see clearly, even when you're like, I'm so fed up, I don't know what to do next. Even in the moment where you are seriously questioning, what the hell am I doing here and what is going on right now? We've all had those moments, believe me. Even in the moments where God is pressing you to the limit or other people are pressing you to the limit. Even in those moments, take a moment for yourself. Take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to go into, what is God really asking of me, or where is God asking me to step aside so God can step in and do the work? God is your number one advocate. Your number one partner in anything that you do. Anything. Anything for God's greater glory. So in the moments when you're frustrated, in the moments where you're upset, in the moments where you're angry, in the moments where you don't understand, go to God about them or Our Lady about them. Bring them before God or Our Lady. And they will clearly answer you. And even in the moments when you cannot hear the answer, they will start moving things into place. That is the way God works. That is God's beauty. That is God's grace. That is God's glory. That is God's justice. Even when you do not understand it, even when you do not know. Because by the morning, it could be totally different in a beautiful way. God works miracles all the time. God never epically fails us. We may epically fail ourselves or epically fail God, but God never epically fails us. That's not who God is. So I'm going to leave you with that for your moment of a woman full of soul tonight. You have it in you. If you are able to walk up to the plate and hit the ball for a home run, you also have it in you to sit on the bench and let God step up to the plate and hit that home run and bring it home for you. That's a truth. Okay, that's our moment. It's under 10 minutes. Can you believe it? I didn't talk forever. Some people are going to be like, wow, she really made it short. Yeah, I did. There's a lot in it. Think about it. Do it. Take a step back when you need it. Because God always steps in when you admit that you need it and when God's ready to bring it forward. It's never about us. Never. It is always about God. Always. What God is asking, what God is prompting, what God is wanting to see changed, what God is hoping for. Our hopes are very minuscule. Our dreams are very minuscule compared to the hopes and dreams of God. And we are so blessed that God gives us our hopes and dreams so that God's hopes and dreams come to fulfillment. So I'm going to leave you with that. In this moment, this is your takeaway. Some of you already got this earlier this week, but since our recording, everything was totally messed up and pushed off, you're getting it tonight. And that's okay. This is the way God rolls, clearly, right? I cannot control everything or anything. Everything or anything. I truly admit that fact. I am happy to just never be in control and to function and to be happy and joyful, to bring glory and praise to God every day, and to be filled with a deep love for other people every day of my life. Because if I wasn't, my life wouldn't have any meaning or purpose at this point. So I'm going to leave it with that. Ciao and arrivederci.